Ladies and gentlemen, all the players are ready and in position, and we're into the knife round. Again, our first best of 3 of the day. Match 1, Team A versus Team E. Team A being Indy, Seftari, Jakey Chu, Tai, and Minzu. And on Team E, we're looking at 40 ounce, It's a G Thing, Paravoid, Deathwish, and Noob. And we're right into this knife round. Teams appearing to have gone to different bomb sites. Boosting up from drop. Terrorists hoping to plant the bomb. And this is not your usual knife fight. Announcing via text that the bomb has been planted and the counter-terrorists are going to have to move quickly. No, the bomb's not really planted. This is silly, but the first bit of blood is drawn as Tai drops Deathwish. Friendly fire from Tai into Jakey Chu. And the counter-terrorists have finally found the terrorists. Ring around the rosy. And the second one falls. Paravoid finding Seftari. This is absolutely ridiculous. 40 ounce and Noob, last 2 alive. The zombie hordes piling upon one another to reach them. 40 ounce falling. And Noob finally dies. That's the terrorist team winning the knife round. They're going to decide whether they want to stay or swap. With the teams finalized, we'll be in to our first match of the day here at GameSync's weekly tournament for the week of January 9th, 2016. How's everybody doing out there in chat? It is a good day for Counter-Strike, and we're live and ready to rock and roll. Again, Team A versus Team E, drafted pug style, so a diverse range of skills on each team. The teams were not pre-selected, so it'll be interesting to see whether they can come together to make some magic happen. Right off the bat, round 1, we're seeing the terrorists stacking a bomb site, but so are the counter-terrorists. And they guessed correctly right out of drop. Jakey Chu dropping It's a G Thing. Jakey Chu with another kill. And 40 ounce finally finds Seftari. Indymeister dropping Noob. They're on the bomb site. Can they get the bomb down? No, they're going to go for complete elimination, and that's round 1 for the terrorists. Very exciting first round, and we're seeing SMGs on the terrorist team. That was a quick 2 kills for Jakey Chu and Indymeister as they took that bomb site. Going to see if they climb to the top of the pile, who the top frags are going to be for the day, who are the players to watch, the MVPs. Be keeping an eye on that for you. Indymeister straight into drop. And the terrorists making another bid for the B bomb site. We've got deaths raining in fast and furious, but the CTs can't stand up to the SMG rush, and the terrorists secure round 2. A lot of money in the terrorist economy now. Sitting comfortably. AK-47's coming out. The CTs with an M4A1 buy. A very, very bold buy from It's a G Thing. Will he be able to make good on his purchase? Seeing the terrorists moving towards the B bomb site again. Frags are coming in. The intel's being gathered. Deathwish dropping to Seftari in drop. Right on the exit. And the terrorists just decisively took the B bomb site, but 40 ounce answers back, and Noob in connector. That's 2 terrorists down. Indymeister finding 40 ounce. Noob with the MP7. And not a lot of health to work with. Gets found by Minzu. That's round 3 for the terrorists. Now, the way Counter-Strike normally works, if you're new to the game, again, welcome to our stream. Thank you for choosing us as your introduction to Counter-Strike. The way Counter-Strike generally works, the pistol round, the first round of the game, nobody has a lot of money to work with. You might buy another better pistol, you might buy some armor, but you're generally not going to have any power weapons or rifles or whatnot. If you win that pistol round, it's not guaranteed, but you're very likely to win the next 2 rounds. And that's just the way the economy system in Counter-Strike sort of works, the way you earn money based on your wins and the kills you earn. So the CTs are now on their first strong buy round of the day. Indymeister over on long drops 40 ounce, and the Terrorists are spread out, but making a push for one bomb site, and the CTs see it coming. Deathwish finding Jakey Chew. The Terrorists are going to have a very tough nut to crack. They've gotten all the intel they need. Deathwish finding Indymeister, and it's 3v4. That was Ty finding It's a G Thing in connector. Noob dropping on site. It's 2v2. Deathwish finds Minzu. There's only, well, 2v2, but not a lot of health to work with. Ty goes down to Deathwish, and it's 1v2 now. The CT's on the hunt for the last terror standing. They've seen the bomb down. Seftari finds Deathwish, though. The last 2 alive, very hurt, looking for each other, and Seftari finds Paravoid. That's round 4 for the Terrorists. And they maintain their momentum. As you can see here, the money on the Terrorist side, they're rolling in fat stacks of dough, while the CTs are going to struggle to put together a couple of guns, some SMGs and a light buy of rifles and pistols here to try to defend. Now, Terrorists are stacking towards one site. We're going to see whether or not the CTs get the intel they need. They see the grenades coming in. They see the smokes. That's Indymeister out on the catwalk there. And Paravoid finds Ty in the smoke. The bomb is down, but I don't know whether the CTs have seen that yet, so I'm going to say that a little more quietly. On the rotate, 40 ounce gets caught from window there in connector, but Seftari falls. And we're going to see whether 40 ounce and Paravoid can mount this defense. Noob finds Minzu with Jakey Chew. Last man standing. Drops It's a G Thing. 1v3. And an AK-47 picked up by the counter-terrorists. Very tense moment. Misses the spray. And the CTs know where the last terrorist is. And that's all she wrote the first round for the CTs. Now they've got some guns in hand. Terrorists with a little bit of a broken buy. Money situation a little lopsided on the Terrorist team. This may be the first big round for the CTs to really mount their comeback and maintain their momentum. To try to make good on the win they just earned. So we're going to see that op. Terrorists choosing to push the middle here. Anytime I lower my voice, it's because I'm in pretty much the next room from the players. I don't want to give anything away. Indymeister running up and getting caught out by Paravoid, who's got that op trained on middle. He can't seem to pull one over on the CTs. They see it coming, but there's little they can do as Ty rushes out with the Galil, gets a quick headshot. Paravoid mounting this defense. Op in hand, 13 HP to work with. And let's see what he sees. Ty finding Paravoid. This Terrorists on the take. Trades coming in. Deathwish finding Ty with the P90. Seftari finding Deathwish. 40 ounce finding Jakey Chew. Seftari finding 40 ounce. It's trades all over. Minzu trying to plant. Gets caught with the bomb out, but manages to pick off It's a G Thing. And that's a 5th round for the Terrorists. The CTs couldn't make it happen. And they're back onto their heels. Again, a pretty lopsided economy situation now for the CTs, who have enough money for some of them to buy guns if they desire, but the rest stuck with pistols unless they start swapping around SMGs. Now we're seeing a Mag 7 and a P90 on the CT team. Mag 7 being a very interesting buy. If you're effective with it, it can be a very fun, exciting gun to use, but of course, the range limits you pretty significantly. So Paravoid got the intel. He saw the Terrorists here coming out onto the catwalk. 40 ounce making good, though, with a quick kill onto Seftari and picking up an AK-47. It's now 4v5. The CTs taking a lot of damage as the terrorists are pushing onto this bomb site. Noob on the flank finds one, and it's suddenly 1v3 as the rest of the defense falls. They know he's on the flank, so Jakey goes to counter him. Gets some damage in, 56 HP, straight out onto the catwalk, and he gets dropped to a well-placed headshot, and that's a 6th round for the terrorists. IndyMeister with a 4K that round. Checking out the scoreline, we've got IndyMeister, the comfortable top frag for the terrorist team. 10 kills, only 4 deaths. The next closest being Seftari with 7 kills and 4 deaths. 2 players to keep an eye on this matchup. Deathwish leading the way for kills for the CTs with 6. And Paravoid and 40 ounce tied with 5 kills each. Those will be the players to watch to see if they can make good on their buys. Make something happen. Now we've got the terrorists making a push here out Long B. They're split up across the map. The bomb's rotating. The CTs are trying to figure out where things are coming from. Because they've got terrorists all over the place, but secretly, they're wrapping their way around. Jakey gets spotted by Noob. Seftari finishes him off, and the CTs have all the intel they need. They know where the push is coming in. They hear the flashbangs. They hear the smokes. Deathwish straight out. G-Thing on the flank manages to trade 1 for 1, but Deathwish falls to Jakey, and that's the bomb site comfortably in hand. They're waiting for the other CTs to rotate in. Paravoid on long A, and 40 ounce drops to a quick headshot from Indy up on balcony, and it's all up to Paravoid. A 5.7, a UMP, a defuse kit, and a dream. He hears that reload. What will he do with it? 1v3. He's going to wait them out. Very, very close. We're going to turn off X-ray. See what Paravoid sees. He gets spotted out. A leg, an elbow, it doesn't matter. IndyMeister with a headshot through the wall. And that's a 7th round for the terrorists. 12 kills now for IndyMeister, and only 4 deaths. That's a fairly solid kill-death ratio. The sort of thing you like to see as a player. We've got a full complement of grenades and AK-47s across the board for the terrorists, except for Ty, because he wants to be different. And we see some 5.7s and a couple of Kevlar vests for the counter-terrorists in a desperate bid to hold on to these bomb sites. The terrorists making their move straight up middle here. They've secured the A bomb site. Noob and G-Thing go down, and it's 3v5. Do the CTs rotate? Do they challenge? Deathwish taking some damage. The terrorists know the rest of the CTs are likely coming from the other bomb site. But 40 ounce finds Seftari. Takes a lot of damage for his trouble, but now he has an AK-47. Jakey whiffs, follows up, and finishes him off. Deathwish going down. It's all up to Paravoid again. 5.7, armor, and a dream. Trying to decide where do you go. Do a little dance. Stare at the ceiling, and Ty finds him. Finishing him off. Putting him out of his misery. Making the decision for him. And the CTs have enough money to buy, so we're going to see some rifles coming out. This is their time to shine. This is their round to win. P90 on Paravoid. What will they do? We got the terrorists here making a push towards the B bomb site. Straight out. Frag grenades coming in. And Deathwish dropping in window. Ty finding Paravoid. And it's a 3v4. Yeah. Noob's holding on that A-bomb site, trying to decide whether or not it was a fake towards the B-bomb site. G-Thing finding Jakey in the melee. And Noob may have been right to fear. Minzu and Ty on the rotate, but they're both very hurt, but it doesn't matter. Noob goes down, and his teammates have the intel they need. They're going to get flanked by Seftari. G-Thing falling to Seftari, and that's a 9th round for the terrorists. Things are looking very solid for the terrorist team. You got Rage. Welcome to the stream. I'm a little bit late on that call. My apologies. Got a little wrapped up in the game. Kel, welcome to the stream. And we're going to see the CTs trying to decide what equipment they're going to end up with. We've got a couple SMGs in the play. And the Terrorists making their push now. CT falling on long. IndieMeister finding another one. Paravoid desperately holding on here by the door to B connector. He finds Minzu, and Noob finds Seftari elsewhere, but it's now 3v2. Deathwish finding another, evens it up. 2v2. Noob, last man standing for the counter-terrorist team. Can't make it happen. Jakey returns fire and closes out this 10th round for the terrorists. Very strong performance by IndieMeister. Seftari, this game going the way of the terrorists because of their decisive picks on both bomb sites. Wherever they seem to push, they find purchase and make a play. And the counter-terrorists hoping to counter that with some strong rifle by this round. Deathwish fielding the P90. The terrorists splitting up once again. They want to see what they can get in terms of map control before they really commit to one side or the other. The bomb lingering back. Now making the push. Seftari finds Deathwish but gets sprayed down. 40 ounce here in danger with It's a G Thing holding on to long A, but Jakey flanks 40 ounce and picks him off. Now he's pushing into this A bomb site, takes down Noob, and it's now 3v4. A lot of damage onto the T side, and the last three CTs looking fairly strong in terms of health and armor. But the terrorists know what's going on. They have all the intel they need in terms of committing to one bomb site or the other. G-Thing rushing back from long, gets picked off by Jakey. Minzu with the bomb, and an op is going to bring the bomb to the A-bomb site. Paravoid picked off on the rotate through connector. Round 11 for the terrorists. Only one on the board for the CTs. They're going to need to get a few more to be sitting comfortably going into the second half. Cobblestone is a fairly T-sided map if you've got a team that can coordinate and move and rotate effectively. But 14, 15 rounds in a row is a tall order to fill when you're going into that second half. Flashes into drop. Deathwish holding close. Gets Seftari, who doesn't check. And that's 40 ounce left on this B bomb site. The rotates are coming in. Paravoid finds Indy. Paravoid gets flashed by his teammate. 40 ounce holding on, sees Ty on catwalk, gets some damage in, but Ty can't make the trade. And Paravoid picks him off. Minzu in the smoke. Goes for the op and gets picked up by Paravoid, but Jakey flanks and gets the trade. Now it's 1v3. G-Thing and 40 ounce. Holding on, Jakey finds G-Thing. Noob on the rotate, picks off Jakey, and that's round 2 for the CTs. This is what they needed. 3 kills for Paravoid that round. Very strong performance. If I were in the counter-terrorist shoes, I would be looking to win these next 2 rounds going into the second half. That's going to be their best bet. Nothing is impossible in Counter-Strike, but you never want to stack the odds against yourself too much going into the stronger side for a map. Deathwish, P90, holding close here in middle. Takes a flash, sprays through the flashbang, almost finds Indy. But Indy trades him off, and Noob knows they're pushing. G-Thing drops on long, and Noob knows they're coming. Gets a quick pick, Jakey goes down, and so does the bomb. That's 2 for Noob, spraying through the smoke, getting some damage in. IndieMeister down as well. The rotate's coming in, and 40 ounce, looking middle, working with Noob now to hold down this bomb site. The flash goes in, but Seftari finds Noob as he pushes aggressively. Seftari now holding the bomb. Are they going to commit to this bomb site, or are they going to pull back? Seftari making a very bold play. 40 ounce, peeking, shoulder peeking, getting that intel. Taking an op shot to the leg for his trouble. He is very hurt, as is Paravoid. All team members, damage across the board. Seftari finds Paravoid, and Minzu finding 40 ounce. Round 12 for the terrorists. The CTs are going to be struggling to put together a bye in this, the last round of the first half. Appreciate the support, Pyrotech. Thank you. for the kind words. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Let me know how the volume sounds, in-game volume versus my voice. I'll be tweaking it, and I'll make the mistakes so that the later casters look good as we dial things in. I believe SD Hitman will be casting some matches today as well. Frags into middle. Jakey pushing very aggressively, gets punished by Deathwish. And that's Seftari out on the B bomb site. He drops 40 ounce. They get all the intel they need, and their intelligence is telling them that the B bomb site's wide open. Paravoid on the rotate. The last remaining CTs have stacked A. Ty gets flanked by G-Thing, but manages to pick him off, and there's 2v2 now. The bomb is down, and the CTs have to know where it is because they are playing around its location on the map. Now Seftari and Indy gonna have to retake it. Seftari at a connector finds Deathwish. And there's only one CT, 14 hit points and an op left standing between the Terrace and this 13th round win of the first half. Terrace ran right by the bomb, trying to make sure there isn't an ambush lying in wait. Noob prowling elsewhere on the map. Indy finally picks up the bomb, and now they're pushing towards the site. Noob on the lurk. The Terrace have finally committed. They know where they're going. Noob hears what he needed to hear. Miss each other by inches, but Seftari likely heard that scope. Drops Seftari. 1v1 now, but the bomb is going down. Noob knows where it's at. Flashbangs out. Whiffs the shot. But Indy knows where he's coming from, and he's fraggable in terms of hit points. One frag grenade could take Noob down. Frag grenade is ineffective, however. And it is now cat and mouse. That bomb is ticking down. Noob has a defuse kit, but he is running out of time. Flashbangs out. Things are very tight. Indy finds Noob. And that's round 13 for the Terrace. Very strong showing. Very strong showing from Team A on that Terrace side. Now Team E, going into the Terrace side here in this second half, they have a very tall order. A lot of work to do, a lot of lost ground to cover. However, Cobblestone being a fairly T-sided map, if you have a strong coordinated team, this is their time to shine, their chance to turn things around. And we're going to see the Terrace stacking a bomb site right off the bat. As well you should in the pistol round. Don't mess around. Just get work done. Paravoid doing just that, finding a headshot onto Seftari. And they're out of drop. Indy dropping to Paravoid as well. Paravoid with a triple kill onto Minzu. And this bomb site is in Terrorist control. Jakey getting some damage in, but can't make anything happen. 40 ounce, and it's all down to Ty. Be long here. Noob knows where he's at, spraying him down to keep him suppressed. Paravoid taking a bullet to the toe, which finally finishes him off, and Ty dropping to Noob right out of the gate. Round 1 is won for the Terrorist team, which is Team E here at GameSync's weekly tournament. So that's what they were looking for. Like I've been discussing the last couple of streams I've done, if you're new to Counter-Strike, winning the pistol round is very beneficial because it gives you the money you need to roll right into a light buy for the next round. And if you secure that pistol round, you're very likely to win the next few rounds as well. Usually you win up 3 rounds if you win the pistol. Although that is not a sure thing, so the Terrace will have to make good on this momentum that they've earned. Deathwish finding Ty, Paravoid with 2 kills, and they are indeed making good on this momentum. Indy, the last man standing on that A bomb site, but we've got Jakey on the rotate. Jakey finding Paravoid and Deathwish as they come up from middle. Indy looking to hold on. Noob looking the wrong direction, but the bomb goes down on the other bomb site. Now 2v2. A lot of damage onto 40 ounce, a lot of damage onto Indy Meister. And they're rushing straight in. No respect play from the CTs. Jakey with a headshot. 1 man left to defend for the Terrace. G-Thing finding Jakey, and Indy finds G-Thing. Very, very close round. Even without a defuse kit, Indy comfortably has the defuse, 21 hit points left, and 2 kills to his credit. Jakey with 3 that round. And the CTs managed to break that terrorist momentum. Like I was saying, just because you win the pistol, the next 2 aren't a sure thing. You've still got to work. Just gets a little bit easier, but now the terrorists have a steep uphill battle to climb as that counter-terrorist win broke their economy. They've got AK-47s and SMGs across the board, but they are on their heels, and should they lose this round, they will be in a very tough position. Pretty common split here. We're going to see terrorists looking to take control of this A-long. There's only one CT really on A, but we've got another CT rotating in. Jakey finding a quick kill on a 40 ounce. And the terrorists are looking to commit. But Seftari finds it's a G thing, but it's a fake over at that B bomb site. The 2 terrorists going down, doing their job, hopefully. Paravoid falling to Indy. Deathwish finding Minzu, and Indy finds Deathwish, and suddenly it's 1v4. Very tough position for New, but he finds the shot he needed onto Indy. And that bomb site is wide open. He's going to run for the plant. Planting the bomb, giving his team a stimulus package of money to work with going into this match point round for the CT team. Question is, will it be enough? Seftari with the defuse. And it is match point for the CT team. Team A here at the GameSync weekly tournament. CTs with all the money in the world and all the rifles they could possibly need. We do see an AK-47, we do see a Galil on the T team, but we also see 2 Tech 9s and a P90 that are going to be the weak links in the chain in terms of firepower. But can they make good? Seftari defending drop decisively. Paravoid goes down. 40 ounce looking to answer, but takes a headshot for his trouble. Frag grenades weakening everybody on that B long. The bomb goes down, and it's all up to G thing. Jakey with 2 quick kills closes things out, and Team A walk away with the first map today of our first best of 3. GGs are called, and that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen.